Hi, brothers and sisters. Hope you're doing good by God's grace. In this chapter, I would like to talk about chapter 5 of the book Hero My Sons, written by Brother Zach Punen. I'll share my screen. Yeah. In this chapter, in the first sentence, brother mentions like this: Jesus Christ faced exactly the same temptations that we face every day, and he had all our limitations, and yet he overcame. And this is mentioned in Hebrews 4:15 that Jesus Christ has been tempted in all things and yet without sin. Brothers and sisters, this gave me a hope that even I can follow Jesus Christ while being tempted, and I can overcome like Jesus Christ. Uh, and I would like to further clarify about the sins that we face every day and about the temptations that we face every day. Brother mentions in the next portion of this chapter, saying about the sins of attitude and sins of action. Sins of action can be anything we do externally, maybe anger, lying, physically hurting somebody, etc. But when it comes to sins of attitude, they are hidden, and some of them are mentioned here, like pride, uh, critical attitude towards others, bitterness, jealousy, inward judgment of others, seeking your own selfishness, parasitism, looking down on others, not understanding others, can be anything. Brothers and sisters, when I understood the broadness of the sin that we have, then I really felt like how in the world I can overcome such sinful attitudes. That's where Hebrews 4:15 has helped me, because Jesus Christ also faced all the temptations that we face every day, being in our own limitations, in our weaknesses, but he did not sin even once. He overcame every single time, and that gave me hope that I can also overcome like Jesus Christ. And Brother Zach mentions a couple of ways to overcome the sin. First thing brother mentions is to have the fear of God, and this is the foundation of a holy life. 2 Corinthians chapter 7 verse 1 says that we can perfect holiness in the fear of God. And I understood fear of God is not something, a concept of the Old Testament, but it is a concept of New Testament. And I went to the Lord after understanding that and prayed to God, like saying, God, please help me to have fear of you, not to sin, Lord, throughout the day. And God is helping me to have the fear of God from the morning till evening. Brothers and sisters, God can help you also to have the fear of God in order to overcome sin. And second thing brother mentions here is that confess sin to God at once, even if it has been only a failure in your thoughts. Mourn over each failure. Apologize to whomever necessary. Brothers and sisters, I asked God to give that attitude. I I just have to go and confess whenever I sin to God, and if it is towards the people, and I have to go and say sorry to them, and God is helping me to mourn over my failures little by little. And brother tells that if you do this and see how God will strengthen you mightily. Brothers and sisters, I also want to encourage you by saying the same thing. See how God will strengthen you mightily. So overcoming is something we can achieve, brothers and sisters. We have an example in Jesus Christ, and that's what God is helping me to uh, obtain in my daily walk with the Lord. I'll summarize in a slide. So, to summarize, we have to remember that Jesus Christ faced exactly the same temptations that we face every day. Having our limitations, he overcame. So, we can look up to Jesus Christ to overcome the temptations that we face too. And we have to confess our sin to God at once, even if it is sin in the thoughts where people cannot see, and we have to mourn over our failures each time. Then we can see how God will strengthen us spiritually, and we have to be persistent. And this is the secret of victory. Brothers and sisters, I pray that God will help you in your walk with the Lord. Thank you.